Cover from a distance of 20 paces. Are you ready, Miss Oakley?
Ready?
Fire!
Miss Oakley?
Yes?
Her Majesty Queen Victoria would like to speak with you.
Well, Oh, thank you. Oh, Frank, you come with me.
Oh, she wants to talk to you, Annie, not to me.
But, Frank,
Yes. You'll follow me, please, Miss Oakley?
Oh, sure. Say, I don't think I know how to curtsy.
It's not in the least necessary. Her Majesty is very informal, really.
Oh?
Your Majesty, Miss Annie Oakley.
Why, you're hardly more than a child, are you?
I'm 25, Your Majesty.
I understand your troop is going on to Berlin from here.
I guess likely, Your Majesty.
Yes. You'll probably meet a grandson of mine there, Prince Wilhelm. He's full of ideas about guns and shooting. He may even offer you a position of some sort. Don't take it.
I promise you I won't shoot that good, Your Majesty.
You're a clever little girl, my dear. A very clever little girl.
Bravo. Really astonishing, gentlemen?
It is, Your Highness. Yes.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Miss Oakley, there is one shot which you made that I found particularly interesting, where you shoot the ashes from the end of a cigarette held in the mouth of your assistant. I have heard that this is often done by a trick, such as a small wire concealed within the cigarette.
Not when I do it, Your Highness.
Would you be willing to try it if I were holding the cigarette? Your Highness, please. I am not afraid, gentlemen. Why should you be? Well, Miss Oakley?
Frank, what do you think?
Well, you don't need to be any more nervous with me, Miss Oakley, than with this fellow who held the cigarette before.
Reckon I couldn't be. This fellow's my husband. Take your stand, Your Highness. I'll try it.
A cigarette, please, gentlemen. Your Highness, really, I must protest. Merely a test of nerves, my dear Field Marshal. Mine against hers. And I'll wager 1,000 marks. She misses her first shot.
Ready, Your Highness?
Quite.
Fire!
Your Highness. It's nothing. Merely a few sparks from the cigarette.
Would you care to try again, Your Highness?
Thank you, no. But I will promise you this, Miss Oakley. If ever I am emperor, and if ever you need employment, you will be well paid in the service of the Imperial Germany.
Thanks, Your Highness. But I got a pretty good job right now.
Madison Square Garden. Final gala performance of the season. Annie Oakley, back from her triumphs before the crowned heads of Europe. After this final performance, Miss Oakley and her husband, Frank Butler, will leave for an extended vacation in the Carolinas.
Frank,
Yes, Annie?
you know the hunting season will still be on in Carolina.
Yeah, there's some of the best hunting in the world down here, too.
Frank, maybe we ought to get a little place in this part of the country somewhere. Somewhere that's like Dark County, Ohio used to be. You know, Frank, I've missed the outdoors so much all these years.
Yeah, I know you have, Annie.
Here comes the conductor. Ask him when we get there.
Hey, Keith, what time do we get in?
Well, we're due to pass number 22 on the siding in about 10 minutes. We don't have to wait. We should be in about 9 o'clock. But number 22 has
stopped at the siding. She's missed the signal, and she's speeding up the track at 65 miles an hour, rushing head-on towards the special only 3 miles away.
It'll seem funny, though, shooting without an audience.
Will you miss it, Annie?
Oh, a little, I suppose. No more than you have, Frank.
Now, what's that mean?
You know what it means. All these years when I took the bows and you stood on the sidelines. You know how I feel.
I know, Annie. I know.
Say, Frank, doesn't it seem to you this train is going awful fast?
Just trying to make up time again.
I suppose it's something.
Annie! Annie! Where are you, Annie?
Here I am, Frank. Right here beside you.
Thought you're all right. It's so dark. Put out your hands so I can find you.
That's the funny thing, Frank. I can't move my hand. I just can't move at all.
You can come in now, Mr. Butler. She's awake.
Thank you, Doctor.
Just one thing. You'll find her appearance somewhat altered. Be careful not to show undue concern.
Sure.
All right, come in. She's very anxious to see you.
Oh, Frank,
Hello, Annie.
you're all right, aren't you?
Oh, sure. I'm all right.
I guess it was a pretty bad accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was real bad from what they say.
Come over here, Frank. Sit here beside me. That's it. Now, sort of slip your arm around me. So I can stop a little and get a look at myself in that mirror.
Annie, don't you think it'd be better if you...
Help me, Frank. Would you hand me that comb, Doctor?
Doctor. Sooner or later, Mr. Butler.
Sooner or later, what? Boost me up a little. Yeah. That's better. Now I can see. Frank.
Oh, it's nothing, honey. Your hair just turned white, that's all. That's happened to lots of people. You were in the terrible accident.
Frank. I'm old. I'm old.
Oh, no, you're not, honey. Listen, you and I are going down to that little place in South Carolina. Maybe the color will come back again. We'll leave just as soon as you get well.
Frank, I wasn't going to let you know just yet. But they told me this morning I'll never shoot again. I'll never walk again.
Is that true, Doctor?
I'm afraid it is, Mr. Butler.
Annie? You know I never lied to you in my life. And I know it's not true.
The boardwalk of a New Jersey seaside resort. The year 1903. Frank Butler is pushing his wife along the boardwalk in a wheelchair.
Want to walk a little more now, Annie?
No, not just yet. But I do feel stronger today. Much stronger. Oh, Frank, look over there.
Yeah, real old-time shooting gallery.
Frank, wheel me over there.
Now, Annie.
Oh, please, I just want to walk.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. Six shots for a quarter. Finest guns on the boardwalk. Step right up. Here, you want to try your hand there, mister? No, thanks. Just looking.
I do.
What? Certainly, ma'am. Step right up.
Help me, Frank.
Oh, honey, you shouldn't.
Frank, I've got to.
That's right, ma'am. Never too old to learn, you know. Now, here's your gun. All cocked and loaded. Now, she's an automatic. You just pull that trigger there, see, for each shot.
Start that swinging bell target for me, will you?
If I was you, ma'am, I'd try one of those stationary targets. You'll find them a lot easier.
You just start that thing, like I say.
Yes, just as you say, ma'am. There she goes. Hey, that was quite a shot, huh? Now, if you hold your gun just a little... Annie, well, I'll be... Why, man, you're a regular Annie Oakley, ain't you?
Why, yes. Yes, I guess I am.
The Cavalcade of America thanks Agnes Moorehead and the Cavalcade players for their performance of the story of a gallant American woman, Annie Oakley, who became part of the American folklore. So legendary were her exploits that in token of her marksmanship, it became a habit to call complimentary tickets punched with holes Annie Oakley. And now the star of next week's program, Carl Swenson of the Cavalcade players.
Our play next week is about one man, but it's really about two personalities. It's the story of Joel Chandler Harris, who was a great editor, helped to guide the South through the difficult years following the Civil War, and yet managed to create some of the most lovable characters in American folklore, Brer Rabbit and the Tar Baby in his Uncle Remus stories. We hope that you'll listen to the story of Joel Chandler Harris on Cavalcade next week.
In support of Agnes Moorehead as Annie Oakley was Ray Collins in the role of Frank Butler. On the Cavalcade of America, your announcer is Clayton Collier, sending best wishes from DuPont.